In an era where building personal brands has become prevalent online, one characteristic stands out above everything else: authority. It's the key to building audiences that pay premium prices and view you as the best in the industry. But why would a broad audience gain from a personal brand containing many different people and interests buy a very targeted high-ticket product? People like Dan Zachariah, who I've also covered on this channel, create personal brands that have low-ticket entry points to get in on their offer, meaning they benefit from these huge audiences. But you need niche, direct sales to very specific buyers. See, there are two kinds of authority. First is mass authority. This is where utilizing volume is actually your advantage. Say you have a product anywhere from $27 to $300. Because the price is relatively lower, the friction and barrier of entry is also a lot lower. On the other hand, we have targeted authority. Say you have a product in the range of $3,000 to $10,000. Having a huge audience, typically from a personal brand, is diluting your viewers. For you to have success with a product of this caliber, you need exponentially more trust from the right kinds of people. So having a diluted audience is ruining your conversions and making this whole business model broken. What you need isn't another personal brand. You need an entirely new business model, one that uses authority for conversions, not for more views. Pay attention to the rest of this video, as I'm going to show you how to create leverage so powerful you never have to convince anyone to buy from you again. The key to this new consulting model is targeting. Think about this. Let's say on the corner of your street you have a pharmacy. It's designed to offer products that are accessible for everyone. Say you have a headache, possibly some allergies, really any minor problems, you visit the pharmacy. It's low cost, but high volume. But then we take an emergency surgeon. They aren't looking for thousands of patients to walk in daily. They are targeting specific patients that need personalized help. They need the right patient with the right problem at the right moment. And when that patient walks in, price isn't being negotiated. They trust that whatever the surgeon does, it is at a benefit for them. Most personal brands operate like pharmacies. You need to be acting like a surgeon. It positions you as the only solution to a very specific, expensive problem. If you can capitalize on building authority in your industry, you'll no longer have the struggle of having to mark down your prices for unqualified clients. Okay, so how do we do this? Here is a list of how me, as well as many other coaches, are building this new kind of authority. First, we need to understand the authority loop. Think about a flywheel, a huge metal crankshaft that stores rotational energy. At first, pushing this flywheel is incredibly difficult, as there's no stored energy, so each push takes significant power. But once you get it spinning, it becomes exponentially harder to stop than to continue. This is our authority loop. Once authority has been ethically built, not only is it incredibly hard to stop, but it allows you to charge premium prices and dominate your industry. So how does it work? People like Dan Zachariah and Matt Gray have executed this at a very high level. And after closely analyzing the mechanics behind their growth, the pattern becomes clear. They post content to build proof of concept, get clients pulled in from these videos, use these clients as a case study, then use that proof to make higher quality content, which pulls in higher quality clients. This constant loop of authority is how they are able to build high demanding audiences. But simply posting content at random isn't going to initiate this loop and bring in clients. You need clarity for the way you post content. And you get that by utilizing the 3 content categories. Think about an ecosystem in a rainforest. You can't find strength through a few large trees and shrubs. You find strength through the ecosystem in the forest. You have towering canopy trees that dominate the skyline. You have dense undergrowth that protects and nourishes the soil. You have vines and root systems that connect everything underground. Now, these support the thousands of species of animals living within this ecosystem, who also play a part as well. You have animals that spread seeds, control prey populations, and break down organic matter for the rich soil. The point is, every part in a good ecosystem has to work together to grow. If just one piece goes missing, the rest will weaken as a result. You need to be treating your YouTube channel like an ecosystem. And there are 3 main categories you need to be focusing on to enhance your own personal ecosystem. Outlier videos are important. Think of these as the tall canopy trees we talked about earlier. These are designed to help you grow within your niche. They rise above everything else, they dominate attention, and they get people to learn your name. Creators often find the most success with their outlier videos by finding high-performing videos already in their niche. They get inspired by what works and then use it for their context. Notice how I avoided using the word copy. You do not want to copy someone's video exactly because one, that is just morally wrong and people are going to know what you're doing. And two, copying someone's video almost always results in yours being worse than the original, not better. But if you take inspiration from other people's outlier videos, you are simply building on that idea, not stealing it. Okay, we got the top of our ecosystem figured out. Now we have the system explanation videos, or in our previous analogy, the dense undergrowth. System explanation videos are very important because it solves a very specific problem your ideal client might be having. These are structured like VSLs, or video sales letters, that are designed to get your audience deeper into your sales funnel. There are 4 key points to understand to create the perfect VSL. First, target a specific pain point. You'll see a lot of these videos with titles like how to lose weight in 90 days, or how to start dropshipping with $100. Starting your video titles with how to is the easiest way to ensure your videos are actually angled around a specific problem. But solving a problem means nothing if it isn't the right kind of problem for your ICP. The next key point is making your pain point fit for your ideal client profile. Your ICP, or your ideal client profile, can simply be defined as your dream clients. Who is it that if you could only have this one kind of client for the rest of your business's lifetime, would you genuinely benefit from? The best way to know who your ICP actually is by describing it as if it were one person. I mean, seriously, create a fake person that if it were real, you would love working with them. My ICP will look something like a 25-year-old entrepreneur making 15K plus a month on an online product and wants to scale it with YouTube. Everyone is going to have something slightly different, so it's important that you make it as personalized as possible. This is so that you can understand the exact pain points your ICP could be having, so then you can solve them with your videos. The next key point is providing proof. Now this might be obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people get the first 2 steps perfectly, only to gain 0 authority from their video because there were no case studies, no client results, and no way of proving they actually know what they are doing. Providing no proof makes your words carry less weight. And in a video talking about creating authentic authority, I don't think I need to explain why that is so important. But sometimes it isn't even just about having proof in the video. It's also about how you present the proof. Throughout this video, I presented documented case studies on my channel at appropriate moments. These let people know that I'm actively working in this space, adding more value to my words. And proof doesn't have to be complicated. Even me showing that I use my own advice is technically proof. The last point is removing friction. Now, if you remember at the beginning of this segment, I said that the whole point of creating VSLs for your channel is to get your viewers deeper into your sales funnel. Your video, even as strong as it is with the 3 other points achieved, will still have a conversion rate that is tanked compared to what it could have been. This is because your true call to action, the place where you intend to send all of your traffic to, has friction. Your viewers feel the authority, they understand that you have the solution to their problems, but just when they are about to enter your funnel, they stop. See, what's preventing a large percentage of people from entering your funnel is the unnecessary friction you may not even know exists inside of your video. Having a clear, no pressure CTA means it should be a no pressure situation. Do not force them to click the button in your description. You need to make it clear that based on what you said in the video, if the information and possible solution feels right for them, only then can they click on the link in the description and enter your sales funnel. Now, this is actually something I learned from my guy Trey Converts, where he added onto this point by advising to map out the entire process. Like literally tell them, okay, you can click the link in the description, you'll enter in a form, you'll schedule a call, like map out the entire process so that they know what to expect and are more motivated to finish the sales funnel. And that is how you create the perfect VSL for your channel. But now we have the last category, which is arguably the most important: testimonials. If VSLs are the dense undergrowth supporting the forest floor, then testimonials are the root systems that connect everything together underground. This category is the last piece in the funnel. They typically gain less views than outliers and VSLs, but they also have the highest conversion rates. Testimonials range from all kinds of complexity, from simple Zoom calls to videos like Brownies, where he creates full industry standard videos for his clients. But for most people, all it takes is a complete client case study over Zoom to completely convert a viewer. The reason that this is so powerful is because it allows your viewers to place themselves in your client's shoes. They get to see themselves as a client of yours and imagine themselves getting that same results that you got for this client. All you have to do is hop on a call with a client that got results that you guys are both proud of, have some prepared questions ready to go, and just film the entire thing. Super easy and super powerful once it's paired with the rest of your ecosystem. Now here's where most people stop. They build the ecosystem, they post the right categories, they structure their funnel correctly, but something still isn't right. The key piece you are missing is branding style. This is going to unlock premium positioning for your channel. Branding style is simply the style you associate with your brand. Matt Gray does this beautifully. He has this clean yellowish green color that he uses for literally everything. It ties everything on his channel together, and it allows for his videos to all work together as one big symphony, opposed to competing against one another. The best way to create a style of your own is to find a video that performed really well on your channel and replicate that same style and colors for the rest of your videos. You can typically take an outlier style thumbnail on one video and just put it on the rest of your other videos. Having your own style for your videos lets people recognize your videos instantly. This brings in returning viewers, which is super important. Okay, let's zoom out for a second. Authority isn't built by accident. It's engineered. You don't need to become an influencer. You don't need to document your life. You don't need a massive audience. You just need the right business model, a surgeon level positioning, an authority loop that compounds, a content ecosystem that works together, and a branding style that signals premium. When all of those pieces align, you stop chasing clients. Clients start qualifying themselves for you. If you want this kind of leverage built for you, click the link in the description to book a call with me, where we can discuss what your product is, your current content strategies, and decide if we are a good fit. You can spend the next 5 years stuck in the wrong business model, or spend the next 90 days building leverage that can last you a lifetime. The choice is yours.